Yeah. Since 2019, we've been building mindset and purpose. For real estate agents, entrepreneurs, leaders, people becoming more than they were yesterday.
Monday through Friday we rise. We win the morning, we win the mind. Faith over fear, pressure into purpose. Confidence built through the work. Something good is gonna happen to me. Something good is gonna happen to me. I don't need all the answers, I just need belief. Becoming who I'm called to be. Making impact bigger than me. God first, doubt steps back. When it gets heavy, we figure it out. You're not here by accident. You're part of the story. Stepping strong, stepping faith. Let's get your mindset right.
Well, good morning, everybody. Good morning to you all. Happy Tuesday to you. I got two Johns in my first two rows over here. I see the two John. Where the hell is there? But get your video on, everybody. Get your video on. Jennifer's on video. Sherry's beautiful blue sky. Come on, video. What up, D? What up, Jesse? Good morning to you, Gabriella. Good morning to you all. I'm gonna challenge y'all. Okay, I'm gonna challenge her. But Gabrielle's going to her camera. I like it. Get that video going. It doesn't matter unless you're basically topless. You come on video. We like to see what you got moving and shaking over here. What up? Patrina is here. Fran, Tiffany. I had a great conversation with Tiffany yesterday. Thank you, Tiffany. Tiffany was on video. Tiffany sent me a message, and then you know what I do? I just go right to video with her. She sent me a message. I called her video. She's like, I was not expecting you to go on video. I said, I know. That's why I do it. That is why I do it. I just do crazy stuff. What up, Dave? Good morning to you, Dave. Good morning to who else we got out here? Stephanie and Dawn and Latrice. I want you, okay, Blake. This is what I'm asking. There's Tiffany. See, she came back. She came back. This is what I want, Latrice. Gina, this is what I want. Jenna, sorry, Jenna. I want everybody. I want you to be willing to take notes today. Okay, I want you to be willing to take notes today. If you're willing to take notes today, I want you to drop notes in the chat. Write notes in the chat. NOTES. Write in notes in the chat if you're willing to take notes. Because I think today's message is going to change somebody's life today. If you normally don't take notes, I'm telling you, you should take notes today. Okay. I'm actually going to be reading from my notes today because I don't want to miss anything. All right. So typically what I do when I'm on the treadmill is I listen to some sort of education, some sort of mindset for 20 minutes, and then I do music the rest of the time. And today I listened to a podcast twice. And I've had three people text me this morning on they're having a tough day. And I said, you know what? Me too. I said, me too. So if you're looking for something special for me, it's been a challenging 2 days. I'm not gonna lie to you. He's got nightmares. And I think when their mother leaves, because she's gone. See, last time their mom left for a week for her little trip, I hit my head with the golf ball. And so I had kids and a golf ball injury in my head. This time, she leaves and Bryce has nightmares. And when Bryce has nightmares, that means dad doesn't sleep very much. And so dad hasn't been sleeping very much the last 2 days. And I was saying on the prayer call this morning that I did not want to really do too much today. I didn't. At 4:15, my alarm went off. Honestly, I was like, son of a bitch. I was like, seriously, like this alarm is going off right now. Like I'm exhausted. But we've learned through the prayer call, and today, that's the devil's way of distracting us. That's the devil's way of getting inside of us. And I was like, I got a message for somebody today. And so when I was listening to this message, it is for somebody on here in some capacity for you today. And that's why I'm telling you to take notes. Okay. How many of you want to get 1% better? Drop a me in the chat. If you want to get 1% better, either personally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, financially, you just like to get 1% better. How many of you would like to get 10x in either your business, financially, life? You want to get 1% better and you want to 10x yourself in some capacity. Drop a me in the chat if that is you today. Ethan, I missed you, brother, at the gym. I missed you at the gym, but I saw you were at the gym. I like that. So, Anne, I had a great conversation with Annie. I had a lot of conversations, a lot of people yesterday. But thank you for those that reached out to me and texted me, and I loved it. I loved it. I'll put my phone number in there. Drop your phone number in the chat all if you want to talk to people. If you want to talk to people on here that are like-minded just like you, drop your phone number in the chat. Somebody put my phone number in the chat too. So let's get started. My name is Coach Brock Zevan. I'm a life coach, business coach, real estate coach, a real estate agent, and a DAD. And I'm heavy DAD. I got my kids 10 days in a row. Not to say like, why are my kids all the time? I get it. I get it. It's a little harder when it's 2 against 1. And I got a teenager and a 7-year-old. And it is on. I think it's just on like Donkey Kong, like used to say, between camps and different events. I was supposed to go to Carowinds today. My daughter's not well. I said we do Carowinds Friday. She wants to do it today. I really want to do it today because of the weather, but there's just a couple challenges I got, but we will get through it. We will figure it out. Speaking about figure it out, put it in the chat. Put your email in the chat if you want a calendar invite. My main man, Mr. Tamir, the CEO of Real and the merger of Remax, second largest real estate company. I was shocked. I'm going to be honest with y'all. I'm like, I can't believe this guy said yes to me. And see, that's my imposter syndrome. I reached out to him. I went uncomfortable, Jesse. I went uncomfortable. And I said, you know, I'm going to ask him. I said, Tamir, would you like to be on my Figured Out Friday mindset? Like, I think you'd be really good at it because it sounds like you've been figuring out a lot of stuff and you just spent $580 million. And that took a lot of figuring out. And he's like, yeah, I'd love to be on it. So we got him this Friday at 8:15. So make sure it's on your calendar to have him on here. So I'm really excited about that. So before we go into it, okay, you know what time it is, everybody. You know what time it is. Where's Jada? I don't care if it looks weird. Ethan, you know, Hunter and those guys, they might think you're like weird. You might be in the grocery store. You might be doing something like I don't care how weird it looks. I want everybody to come off of mute. We're about to do our affirmation. Come off of mute. We're about to do our affirmation. And when we do our affirmation, I want everybody to chime in. I want everybody to feel it today. I want you to get all riled up. Jennifer, you too, Jennifer. I see you. John, I see you not on mute. You got to unmute yourself now. See, John, he's like, man, he's really making me do this, isn't he? I'm looking at y'all. You better come off of mute, Blake. Come on, Joe. Come on, Robin. Here we go. Everybody's off of mute. Even you fireflies, note takers. Everybody's coming off of mute. And on the count of 3, we're going to say it all together. Come on, Paul. 1, 2, and 3.
Something good is going to happen to me. Something good is going to happen for me.
Through me. Amen.
Wow. Just simply amazing. Simply amazing. You know what it always is Cedric, the second time I always ask people to do it, you know, when I coached football, some of the times the players would get so mad at me because I would run the damn play like sometimes I ran it 15 times until we freaking got it right. Here, I'm not going to do that to y'all because I don't have enough time and I really want to make sure you get this all. Right, Sarah? Sarah, it looks like you're at a sunny beach over there. I don't know where it is, but it looks good over there. It looks good. All right, everybody. So I'm going to share with you. Y'all said that you wanted to 10x your life. You want to 10x your income. You want to 10x your business. You want to 10x your family. You want to 10x something. Let me ask you this question. Is it possible that someplace in this world and society that somebody or at one point in our country, somebody made $5 an hour? Drop a yes in the chat. If somebody made $5 an hour, nod your head, give me a smile, blink. Okay, good. Is it possible that the same time period somebody was making $5 an hour, somebody else was making $50 an hour? Is that possible that somebody was doing $5 an hour, yet somebody was making $50? I'm going to get crazy, John Hart, because John Hart deals with really top end, high level people. Is it possible that somebody even was making $500 an hour? Is it possible that somebody else was making $500 an hour? Right? So it's possible that you can 10x your business. Yes or yes? You can 10x your income. Somebody else has already proven it and done it. If you want to literally do this, I'm telling you, you're all going to think that I got some sort of magical habits here. I'm going to give you 5 habits. If you do these habits and you stay consistent with these habits, you could be that person that 10x's. You could be that person in some capacity that could be doing it. Okay? We all together. We all agree that there's somebody else doing what you want to do. And so today I'm going to break down these habits for you so that way you can do them too. Because I don't know about you, but I was just like, I really like these habits. And I was just like, you know what? I got to fine tune some of them. So here's the first habit. Habit number 1 is absorb. Absorb. Okay. When I say absorb, that means pay attention. Some of us just on here alone might be trying to multitask. Let me look at my computer. Let me look at my text messages. Let me do this. And what happens is you take that habit and you bring it throughout the rest of your day. And you're trying to balance the kids. You're trying to balance your emails. You're trying to balance while you're driving and texting. Come on now. Who are my people that are doing that type of stuff? We're trying to balance this. Hey, or hold this while I'm nailing this in. Brent's out there. He's jogging. He's running. And he's listening on his head. He's multitasking. Somebody's grabbing the kids and doing something else. But I want you to really reflect on really absorbing the day. So I want you to write this down. How many of us, we write this down, get through the day? Just write that down. Get through the day. Get through the day. And now what I want you to do is I want you just to put a line through. Put the line through. And I want you to write above that something. Like literally something. And now read it. Get something from the day. Get something from the day. I guess I changed up a couple words. But get something from the day. How many of us just say, I just got to get through today. If I get through today, I'm going to be okay. If I could just get through the day. Instead of started saying that, I want you to start saying, get something from today. Get something from the day. What the hell did I get from the day? I want you to write this down. Absorb more wisdom. Absorb more conversations. Absorb more knowledge. Absorb people when they're talking. I say this all the time when Jennifer, when if you get a chance to have a conversation with John Hart, he's an amazing man. He knows a lot of people, a lot of things. He's a great connector. He's as humble as could be. He always shakes his head when I say that. But who do you know on here that you could have a conversation with and say, this is what I was telling Tiffany. I talked to 3 new people yesterday. I said, tell me a little bit about you. What's going on? What's your story? That's why I say, have conversations. You never know where it's going to go. You never know what the impact you can have, but you need to absorb what's going around your environment, what you're saying to people. Colin says it all the time. Be where your feet are. Absorb the moment for what you got going on. Habit number 2 is respond. Let life touch you. Respond. Let life touch you. Understand your emotions. Understand your emotions. One of the greatest things I liked about Bill Belichick was that when Bill Belichick was coaching, damn, that guy. Like, I didn't know if they just scored a touchdown and won the Super Bowl or if they just freaking fumbled the ball and lost the game. Like, he was just, he knew how to control his emotions during the entire game. And when I saw him do that, they were showing it on the TV screen. I was like, you know what? I want to do that. I want to be able to control my emotions. Now, you can't control your emotions overnight. I can tell you that. But there's many times that I've learned to control my emotions. How many of you got kids? How many got kids? They really test those emotions. They test them. And I think at that very moment, see, if you were to come to my house and you were watching me interact with my kids, very, very seldom, and I'm not saying because it's me, but I've never cursed at my kids. I never yell at my kids, maybe 1% of the time. But very, very seldom have I ever yelled at my kids because it's in that moment that I say, I got to keep my damn emotions in check. It bothers me when I see adults cursing out other adults. I think, are you that dumb that you have no other words to choose? That's what you're going to say right now. Like, people get mad at me on the phone. They're like, are you there? Are you listening to me? Yes, I was just waiting for you to finish whatever venting, or I don't know what happened this morning to you, but I'm just waiting for you to just finish so then I can have an adult conversation. Are you open to an adult conversation? Is that going to be okay? Well, I'm this. I'm like, I know. I already heard that. I've learned how to control my emotions. Not 100% of the time, but I've learned how to do that. I've learned how to embrace the lows, accept the highs, and to be able to use this ability to help me out with my sales skills. This is very important. How many of you are in sales? How many of you earn money on selling something? Drop a me in the chat. That is how you earn money, is talking to somebody, solving a problem, and that's how you get paid. Connecting somebody, having some skill set to have a conversation with somebody. And there's going to be many times that people are going to be really high, happy, and excited. And many times people are going to be bent out of shape and pissed. Embrace those moments. Understand your emotions. I want you to write this down. I will work on my emotions daily. I will study my emotions. You have to be able to not allow your emotions to control you. You control your emotions. I always say that you can't control your first thought, but you can control your second. My first thought when that golf ball hit my head was, how unlucky am I that this damn freaking golf ball hit my head, and now I got this concussion. Now I got all these problems, blah, blah, blah. My second thought that I was able to control, Ethan, was, you know what? Thank God it didn't hit my head. I mean, it didn't hit my eye. It didn't hit my teeth. It didn't hit my temple. Boy, I'm really fortunate now that I really think about it. My first thought I was unlucky. My second thought is, man, I'm very grateful. It could have went a whole nother direction. Habit number 3. I think habit number 3 is probably the most important habit that people do not do. And if you take any of my habits, number 3 and number 5 are the most important. Number 3 is called reflect. Turn your past into an investment. Number 3 is reflect. And I wrote down, turn your past into an investment. Now, I'm not going to ask who does this, but I want you to think about doing it at a higher level. I want you to reflect at the end of the day for maybe 2 or 3 minutes. Replay what happened, who you met, what you said. Did you let your emotions get the best of you? Where were you successful? Where did you fall down? Did you get back up? How did I respond? And most importantly, what did I learn? What did I learn? See, it goes back to habit number 1. When we absorb, but we are just going through the day. We are not taking something from the day. One of the things that I do at the end of every day is I go through my entire text messages, and I crazily do a lot of text messages. I was telling Latrice, on average, because it tells you on your phone, I do about 600 text messages a day. I talk to a lot of people, and I miss text messages. But one of the greatest compliments that I typically get is if I missed you, I will acknowledge it. Sometimes I do it on here, like I gotta get back to you. But I really worked on that because at the end of the day, I go through all my text messages and I go through my emails and I go through my calendar to-do list and I say, where did I go wrong? Where did I miss today? Who do I need to have a conversations with? And I reflect on that and I look at that so I can be efficient with my communication all day long. If you don't want people to you want to reduce people getting pissed off at you, over communicate instead of under communicate. And that in itself will help you out quite a bit. Make somebody tell you, enough. I don't need you to talk to me again. I'm like, okay. Over communicate. But I want you to reflect. At the end of the week, I want you to take Sundays and I want you to try to spend an hour on the Sundays looking at your week. What did you do? Where did you grow? People don't do this all. This is the difference. I'm telling you, if you all want to 10x your life and 10x your business, some of you are probably like, man, I was really hoping he'd be giving me some sort of special like lists. These were all the buyers and sellers are. No, it's working on yourself. Write this down. I will work harder on myself than my job moving forward. I will work harder on myself than my job moving forward. You do that. You are starting to build a fortune in your life and you don't even know it yet. Just thank God in advance. Now, Robin does this. She's down in Key West, Florida. Well, no, she's not. She's now up a little bit north now in Florida. But one of the things that is strong to do is take like a weekend per quarter and spend some time either with yourself, a vacation. We're going to talk about rest. I didn't say stop. I said rest. Make sure everybody understands the difference. But once a quarter, you should do that. You need a rest, recharge, reflect to look at to see what you just did that last quarter, where you went well, where you didn't go well. It's very important that you reflect on that. Number four. Where's my girl, Leah? Leah took number 4 to the next level. Several of you have taken number 4 to the next level, and I love it. And I want you to continue to do it. Dee just recently did it as well with our innovations. Leah wanted to better herself and to grow, and she needed some more accountability. Ethan showed up at the gym at 5:30 in the morning. John did it with one of his properties that he did up in Pennsylvania. Robin's been doing it. It's called action. Number 4 is act. Number 4 is act. Move while the idea is hot. Move while you can. Number 4 is act. Stop bitching, whining, moaning, complaining. Stop overthinking. Stop the limiting beliefs. Stop the imposter syndrome. Act on it. Do it. If you fail at it, dust yourself off and get back up again. It does not matter. Nobody cares anyways. If anything, what they care about is how many times you keep getting back up. That's the greatest compliment that I get. Imagine if I called you all night and I sent a message and I said, Jay, listen, I barely slept. I was like, I haven't had a normal 2-hour sleep. And the last 2 days, it's been kind of broken, 3 hours, 4 hours. I mean, hell, some people slept 7 hours the last 2 days or in one sitting. I have done that in the last 2 days. I'm exhausted. You know what? I'm just going to not show up today. I don't feel like it. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. Some of you would call me up and be like, are you okay, man? Is everything all right? Like, I heard you canceled today. That doesn't sound like you. That's a compliment to me. That doesn't sound like you. What are you doing if somebody asked and you did something that was not part of the pattern and they say, holy smokes, that doesn't sound like you? Would it be good or bad? See, it's something called the law of diminishing effect. Or intent. I'm sorry, the law of diminishing intent. That means I intend to do it, but I wasn't committed to doing it. I talked about it. I said I wanted to get coached up. I said I wanted to make more money. I said I was going to go get more buyers. I said I was going to do more business. I said I was going to communicate more. I said I was going to talk to strangers. BS. Do it. Because the further the gap gets, the chances of you doing it are very slim. And I'm talking to some of you today because you know some of our conversations. It sounds like a really good idea. I always hear it best when you're drinking. Those were the days. I think, I remember one time we said we were going to go to Florida at about 2 o'clock in the morning, hammered. And we did. About 5 o'clock in the morning, it didn't sound very good anymore. It was like, boy, that seemed like a really good idea then. We have all that energy and that emotion. But see, I was under the wrong influence. You stay around positive people and you keep that synergy, you're going to be like, man, that was a great decision. I'm glad I did that. Boy, this is great. I like this environment. I like this opportunity. Number 5, because I'm running out of time. Number 5 is the hardest one, though. It's the hardest one. But it's the habit that holds it all together. And habit number 5 is discipline. Habit number 5 is discipline. It's the hardest one. Every discipline strengthens other disciplines. Every discipline strengthens other disciplines. Everything affects everything. You think not drinking that 8 ounces of water, not going for your 20-minute walk, not saying that simple prayer, not writing down your affirmations, that little thing, that little discipline. I don't have it with me here, but Brian Galke challenged me that we write down 20 times every single day. Everything in every way in my life is getting better and better. And I got to write that down 20 times a day. Now, when I'm writing these things down, I'm like, why the hell did I do this? I'm like, do I have enough things to do in the morning? Now I'm doing this. But it's forcing me to do something that I thought I couldn't do anything else more in the mornings. And it's making me do something. I'm like, damn. If you're doing the best you can you do more? You can. You just got to push yourself past that next limit. You just don't know it yet until you get to that point, till you get to that max. Now, I want you to do this. I want you to start with the smallest discipline. How many of you can start with the smallest discipline? Drop a yes in the chat. If that is you, you're willing to start with the smallest discipline. I always say my silly one. Did everybody brush their teeth this morning? Some of you are like, damn it, not yet. I was going to do it right after this show, I promise. Right? But we all have the discipline of brushing our teeth. Start with something that's simple. I'm going to walk 10 minutes. I'm going to write down 5 affirmations. Discipline builds self-worth. It makes you stronger inside. There's not too many things that somebody could say to me at this point in my life that could really affect me in a way. The only person, probably my kids, that could say something, but even still, I'd be like, you're just saying that because it's your season and you're mad at me. I want you to understand, and this is what I'll end on. There's a formula for discipline. The first part of it is called do what you can. Number 2 is do the best you can. And rest very little. Don't mistake rest from stop. You do need a rest. If I asked everybody on here to do 1 push-up, we probably could. If I asked you to do 50 push-ups, we'd probably be like, I'm not too sure about that. But if I said to you, you have to do these 50 push-ups within a year, how many of you think you probably could do it? We could practice it. I could do 1 a day. I could do 1 every other day and still get there. But you got to rest in between that 1 push-up to get to the next push-up. If I asked everybody on here who has a library card, y'all look at me. I don't even know where the hell a damn library is, Brock. Do you not know Amazon? But if I actually did a poll, they say statistically in society, I actually have this. I was surprised, but I don't apply it. I don't take action on it. 97% of society does not have a library card. 3% do. I'm really good at numbers right there, John. Get 3% after 97. Here's the thing. I told myself 3 years ago when I heard that first statistic, that I want to be in the 3%. If you want to be in the 3%, I want you to write that down right now. I want to be in the 3%, not 97. I'm tired of playing in the 97%. I want to be in the elite 3%. What are you going to do? How are you going to take these habits and push them and change them to better yourself in some capacity, in some way? In conclusion, the 5 habits. Absorb the lesson. Number 2, respond in the moments. Number 3, reflect the experiences. Number 4, act while the idea is hot and the emotions are good. And number 5, use discipline to repeat the process. Ladies and gentlemen, if you follow these 5 habits, I promise you, you work on these at a high level. If you want my notes, I will personally give them to you. Put your email in the chat, and I will personally give you my notes. You can use these notes, print them out. I'd have them in some sort of, like literally, I keep all my stuff here because I will write throughout the day on certain things and how I am, and I will reflect on that later tonight. So if you want my show notes, put your email in the chat, and I'll personally give them to you. I'll have Jay. For those of you, put your phone number in there. For those that have my phone number, reach out to me. Let's have a conversation. And for those of you, drop a me in the chat if you're willing to be with me on Friday. My goal, I told Chet, I said, I think we can get to 100 people on Friday. I really do. So I want you to put a me in the chat that you're willing to be here on Friday. I want you to put a me in the chat that you're willing to help somebody, bring somebody on board on Friday. If you don't do it for anybody else, do it for me, please. I'll just say do it for me. Invite somebody to this show in some capacity, in some way this Friday. I want to get to that 100. That is my goal, to get to 100 people. So I really appreciate it. We will make sure that we get you the info. Jay, could you put that link in the chat that we have of the show on Friday so that way people have it? Jay will put it in there. Copy. There it is right there. Copy paste. Reserve your spot right there. Copy the whole thing. I'll just copy paste it and send it to 5 people today. Be like, hey, this is a really good podcast. I think you really would like it. Guys, I appreciate you all. God bless you all. Thank you all so very much for being on here this morning. I appreciate you. I got to go bring Bryce to camp. Ethan, I told you, bud. I didn't, when I was telling Ethan, he's like, what do you got next? I was like, bud, let me just tell you, it goes from here to here to here to here to here. And now it's on to camp. And I so wish I was going to camp instead of work, but he gets to enjoy that moment. God bless you all. Thank you all so very much. If you got something out of today, drop a 5 in the chat. If you got something out of today, drop a 5, and then you can leave this group and have a great day. Guys, appreciate y'all. Go crush it today. God bless y'all. We'll see you tomorrow morning at 8:15 on Wednesday Eastern Time. See ya.